Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. My return after about 3 or 4 month hiatus. Recently, back in June, when I stopped doing videos, I lost my internet connection and what have you. So now I got my phone hotspot, so that's how I'm getting online for right now. Happy birthday go to Chris Jericho, November the 9th. Also on the 9th, Pete Dune. Cowboy Bob Orton on the 10th. Katie Lee Burchill on the 10th. Ryback on the 10th. Peyton Royce from NXT on the 10th. November 11th, Leo Rush. Disco Inferno on the 12th. Hiroshi Tanahashi on the 13th. Also on the 13th, Sarah Del Rey. And finally, Sunil Singh. Had a birthday. Also, former WWE wrestler Simon Grimm, who's known as Simon Gotch, as one half of the Vaudevillains, announced that he's going to be debuting at Ring of Honor events this coming weekend, as he last appeared at the Ring of Honor event during May following his WWE release, and also had a tryout match with the company during 2005. NXT superstar Chad Lail Gunner, also known as, will be appearing in the upcoming movie Game Night comedy that comes out on March 2nd, 2018. The United States Marine will star alongside Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. And also, he is in NXT right now. Former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Jack Swagger, real name of Jake Hager, announced today during a podcast with Ariel Helwani that he is signed with Bellator MMA to fight in their heavyweight division next year. Swagger left WWE in March of this year and has been working indies since then. He teased a possible MMA run in several interviews since leaving WWE. Bellator has not issued an official announcement, but they did tweet the following. With this link. Tonight's Survivor Series Go Home edition of Raw saw the Shield issue a challenge to the New Day for Sunday's pay-per-view in Houston. As you can hear in the next few seconds, Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston got on Twitter and have accepted the challenge. At Big E, suffering succotash. We, the New Day, accept the Shield's challenge at Survivor Series, but request all shock-absorbing body armor, including, but not limited to, protective vests, shoulder pads, and heavy wool sweaters, and will be disallowed from competitive use. Xavier Woods, PhD, on Twitter. Unicorns versus hounds. One is magical and one brings happiness to all. Other drinks out of the toilet and eats its own excrement. We'll totally fight you. We just ask that you don't breathe in our general direction. At True Kobe, every 26 seconds a dog is domesticated in America. Survivor Series will be no different. Also, Roman was gone because he got sick from eating his own poop. These dogs. Hashtag welcome back. WWE taped the following matches in Atlanta for this week's main event episodes. Heath Slater versus Kurt Hawkins. Graham Metalik versus Tony Nese. And here's your spoilers. Heath Slater, the one-man band, defeated Kurt Hawkins. But Kurt Hawkins is still on his Goldberg losing streak. And Graham Metalik defeated Tony Nese. The final Raw before Survivor Series opened up with a video package looking at recent Team SmackDown versus Team Raw happenings. Live from the Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, in the Georgia Dome, as Michael Cole welcomes everybody to the show. He's joined in by Hall of Famer Booker T and Corey Graves. Stephanie welcomed us, and some fans boo and mostly cheer. Stephanie talks about how she has to make a decision that impacts shareholders and WWE employees around the world, something the fans couldn't understand. She needs to top people to help her make the decision. which is why she has this person working with her. She introduces WWE Hall of Famer and Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, the captain of Team Raw at Survivor Series. Angle comes out to a pop. Angle says he understands that Stephanie may be upset, but he was ready for SmackDown last week. Stephanie says she's not upset, but she wants to know how the New Day got into the arena last week. Angle doesn't know. She says at least he's honest. Stephanie asks if there really was a raid as Angle led the locker room to the ring. Angle says he was just trying to be prepared. Stephanie asks if there really was a raid or did her brother manipulate Angle again. Stephanie then says maybe she could put together a compilation for the Raw 25th anniversary episode, showing some of the recent happenings. Stephanie says maybe she's being a little hard on Angle, and these people like him. They cheer him, sort of. Stephanie then says, but it's good. Angle will make up for it, and he named the 5th member of Team Raw, Jason Jordan. Fans boo his name. Stephanie asks who is Jason Jordan? His son. She then asks what accolades or achievements make him worthy of Team Raw. Angle says he's very talented. Stephanie is going to ask this a different way. Who is the 5th member of Team SmackDown? Some fans cheer at John Cena's name. Stephanie says she last saw Angle on Raw, which means Angle picked his son over Cena, or Cena was so embarrassed at Angle's actions last time he was on Raw that he picked SmackDown over Raw. Stephanie asks fans if they still believe in Kurt, and they do. She's going to give him one more chance. What's the very first thing he's going to do at Survivor Series? The very first, Angle says he's going to break her brother's ankle first. He's the captain, so he's starting the match, and if Shane has any balls, he will start too. Stephanie says this isn't the 1990s. Shane not going to start off with Angle one-on-one and actually put himself on the line. He's going to let everyone else do the dirty work. When is Angle going to get this through his thick skull? Stephanie doesn't even think Angle can break anyone's ankle these days. She says Angle has gotten soft and has made the biggest mistake putting him in control of Raw and Raw on the line. She goes on and says she wanted Angle to change her mind tonight, but nothing, he said, has done that. She wants Shane's head on a platter. She wants Shane and Team SmackDown gone. So Angle has left her no other choice. Kurt Angle, music interrupts, and out comes the Shield. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. The Shield hits the ring. Stephanie tells the fans to get together and decide if they're chanting or booing the Shield. Ambrose said they've seen a lot of leaders come and go, but Angle is the best. Angle is their leader, and he has proved that he can go at TLC. And a chant sounds out for the crowd. You still got it. And Stephanie isn't thrilled. Stephanie mocks Ambrose and Rollins for losing the Raw Tag Team titles and blaming it on Angle. She asks if Angle even has them a match at Survivor Series. She says the New Day made them look like fools last week. She asks Reigns where the hell he's ever been. Reigns says that she has a lot of questions, but he has one too. Where the hell has she been? She's been out for 7 months or so, and all that happened to her was she went to a table at WrestleMania 33. Reigns rephrases it. Her husband, Triple H, put her through the table. Reigns says Stephanie forgot how things run. They don't do what she says. They do what they want to do. And what they want to do is fight the New Day. Reigns issues a challenge for Survivor Series and says the New Day will accept it if they have any balls. Reigns says that they will handle it all as Angle leads Team Raw to victory while the Shield whoops New Day's ass and destroys them. Reigns drops the mic as music hits. And that's your first segment of Raw. Still to come, the Shield versus The Miz and The Bar, which is Cesaro and You Look Stupid Sheamus. Also, Brock Lesnar's phenomenal reaction to his new Survivor Series opponent, AJ Styles, as he won the championship against Jinder Mahal on last week's SmackDown. Up next, Bayley versus Dana Brooke versus Mickie James with the Survivor Series implications. We go to commercial. Everybody knows that Bayley's gonna win this match anyways. Back from the break, out first comes Mickie James as JoJo does the ring introductions. And we see a female Team Raw competitors at ringside. Captain, Alicia Fox, Asuka, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks. Dana Brooke was out next, followed by Bayley. The bell rings and they all meet in the middle for a test of strength. Mickie with a kick. Mickie takes both competitors down and once with a hit with scissors. Mickie then drop kicks Bayley out of the ring and goes to work on Dana. Bayley ends up bringing Mickie to the floor and running in for a 2 count on Dana. Mickie comes back in. Dana ends up splashing them both in the corner. Bayley floors Dana. Mickie and Dana knock Bayley off the apron. Mickie and Dana then stand tall as Bayley clutches her jaw on the floor. The others look on from the bottom of the ramp as we go to commercial. Back for the break, and Bayley delivers a suplex to each competitor. Bayley drops Dana over the middle rope, but turns around to Mickie, dropping her on her face. Mickie kips up for a pop. Mickie then goes up top, but Bayley decks her with a forearm. Bayley climbs up, but Mickie fights her off. Mickie headbutts Bayley back down to the mat. Mickie nails the Thesz press for the top, but Bayley kicks out at 2. Then as Dana breaks up the pinfall. Dana and Mickie then go at it. Mickie ducks a clothesline and delivers a few kicks. Mickie takes Dana down. Bayley charges, but Mickie ducks and delivers a neck breaker. Bayley goes back to the floor for a breather. Mickie slams Dana as she rolls to the floor. Asuka checks on Dana. Dana asks her what she thinks she's doing, then decks her. Asuka isn't happy. Dana returns to the ring and taunts Asuka. Asuka chases Dana out the other side of the ring and ducks a clothesline, then drops Dana with a kick. Asuka is fired up. Bayley comes from behind and rolls Mickie up, but Mickie counters and rolls Bayley up for a 2. Bayley blocks a neck breaker and backslides Mickie for a 2 count. Mickie kicks Bayley and goes for a big DDT. Bayley counters and hits Bayley belly suplex for the pin and final spot for Team Raw. After the match, Bayley stood tall as we go to replays. Team Raw stands together in the middle of the ring as Bayley's music plays. Announcers plug the WWE Network and Survivor Series weekend. As you get NXT TakeOver taking place over the weekend. We see Drew Gulak and Cruiserweight Champion Enzo Amore backstage walking. We go to commercial. Back from the break, out comes Drew Gulak with the WWE Cruiserweight Champion Enzo Amore. Enzo does his normal music. My name is Enzo Amore. I'm a certified G and a bona fide son, and you can't teach that. Well, Enzo talks about beating Kalisto at Survivor Series on Sunday. And Drew Gulak does his impersonation of Enzo Amore. Just repeats himself. It's confirmed that their match will take place during the 2-hour kickoff pre-show. 2-hour kickoff pre-show. So your Survivor Series is going to be 5 hours long. They go on until the music hits and out comes Kalisto and Akira Tozawa. Gulak starts off with Tozawa, ends up tagging in and blindsiding Tozawa. They double team him as my feed goes to buffering for about 5 or 10 minutes. Kalisto tags in a springboard to take down both opponents, sending them to the floor. That's why I go to the dirt sheets to get some of the results. Kalisto and Tozawa so tall as the crowd is going as we go to commercial. Back from the break, Gulak has Tozawa grounded after attacking him from behind during the commercial. Gulak prevents a tag and stomps Tozawa's spine. Gulak misses the next shot, and Kalisto tries to rally Tozawa for a tag. Kalisto tags in, as does Enzo. Kalisto unloads and nails Gulak. He still hasn't come back in yet. Kalisto kicks Enzo in the head from the apron. So I go into the kitchen and cook me some supper. Kalisto flies in with a crossbody for a 2 count as Gulak breaks up the pinfall. Tozawa then tags in and nails a big missile drop kick on Gulak. which I had macaroni and cheese. And then later on, about an hour later, I had peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Tozawa and Callisto send Glock to the floor, causing him to hit Enzo. Tozawa and Callisto get hyped up before Tozawa runs the ropes and nails the dive. Callisto then flips over the top next, taking out Glock. Everyone is down on the floor. The referees count. Enzo gets in first. Tozawa kicks him in the head from the apron. Tozawa goes up top for the big senton, but Glock pulls him to safety. Callisto takes out Glock on the floor. Enzo drives Tozawa into Callisto, knocking him off onto the floor. Enzo hits a Jordanzo on Tozawa for the pinfall. Winner of the match, Enzo and Glock. I should say Enzo and Shadow. Pete and repeat. After the match, Glock and the champ stood tall as we go to replays. Enzo raises the title on the stage as the losers recover in the ring. Tozawa and Callisto had great lucha moves during the match before, from what I've seen, and they were great as a tag team. I think they should put them as a tag team to actually go up for the tag team titles. But the P didn't come back in. Still to come, the new Raw Tag Team Champions will be on Miz TV, which is Cesaro and Sheamus. We're seated in WWE Intercontinental Champion walking backstage with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. The Miz and his misfits. That's what I call them. Back to commercial. Back from the break. We see what happened with Kurt and Stephanie from the start of the show. Angle's backstage with male Team Raw competitors. He needs to know that everyone is on the same page and can get along, as they have too much to lose. He announces Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to make sure that they get along. Which Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are not on the Survivor Series pay-per-view either. He needs to show Stephanie that they're not picking favorites, so he announces Jason Jordan versus Bray Wyatt for later. Kurt addresses Braun Strowman next, but Braun interrupts. He wants Kane and makes that clear. Angle announces Kane versus Strowman for tonight's main event. Braun says it's true. It's damn true. And we go to the ring. Out comes WWE Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, and his Mistarage, as he's calling it, Misfits. Curtis Axel, who's in a neck brace, and Bo Dallas for another must-see edition of Miz TV. Miz plugs Survivor Series and his match with WWE United States Champion Baron Corbin from SmackDown. If Corbin can retain over Sin Cara tomorrow night on SmackDown, Miz knocks Corbin for always squandering opportunities, like his Money in the Bank shot. Miz goes on and mentions Corbin being off TV last week, saying he wasn't even good enough for the SmackDown bathroom break. Miz says he's on a different level than Corbin. He goes on and plugs tonight's six-man match with the Shield, featuring his guest for Miz TV tonight, the new Raw Tag Team Champions, The Bar. That's what they're calling themselves now. They don't raise the bar, they are the bar. And that's none other than Cesaro and Sheamus. We see how the New Day helped the Bar win the belts last week on Raw with a distraction. Miz asks the crowd to give it up for the Bar, then congratulates them. Sheamus appreciates it, but says that the win was on surprise because they did what they always do, keep their eyes on the prize, and weren't distracted by a surprise appearance by the New Day in the crowd, Shield style. Cesaro comments on how they just took back what was theirs and took advantage of an opportunity to become three-time Raw Tag Team Champions. Sheamus brings up their opponents for Sunday, SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and how they won their titles on the B Show. A "You look stupid" chant interrupts. Well, Miz yells at the crowd and demands respect for the champions. You know how they do it. I put my hand up. You know what that means? The BS. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Sheamus said, Miz goes back, demands respect for the champions. Sheamus then gets the mic and says that they are the A-Team Tag Team Champions. The flagship show Tag Team Champions. Damn, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions. And which gets boos from the crowd. Cesaro then takes over on the mic and says at Survivor Series they are going to jailbreak the Usos penitentiary. Then the Miz chimes in and says, just like they will take out the Shield tonight. Miz goes on and says that the Happy Reunion tour ends tonight. Announcers then lead us to a video package showing us events leading to Team Raw versus Team SmackDown on Sunday. So to come before they come segment before they go to commercial, Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, also Kane versus Strowman, back to commercial. Brock doesn't have very many matches on his show, on his appearances anymore, that much. He's not a fighting champion. And then to go back to commercial. Kane versus Strowman is your main event. Back for the break, and Coleslaw shows us a tweet from John Cena as he trains for Sunday. There was also a video, if I can find it. I'll post it on the SmackDown video. Bray Wyatt versus Jason Jordan. We go to ring. Out first comes Bray Wyatt. Jason Jordan's out next. Bell rings, and Jordan tries to tackle, going for the legs. I'm suspecting an injury angle in this match here to take him out of the match. They separate and they go to lock up. Jordan goes behind and locks up before they go to a corner break. Wyatt goes for a splash, but Jordan moves. Wyatt immediately turns upside down and taunts Jordan. Wyatt comes out of the corner, but Jordan nails a drop kick. Wyatt ends up delivering a cheap shot and then a headbutt to drop Jordan. We see Kurt Angle backstage watching, along with Stephanie McMahon as well, on a monitor. Jordan lifts Wyatt and rams him back in the corner. Jordan lifts Wyatt again and rams him into the opposite corner. Jordan charges with a big spear in the corner. Jordan with a big overhead throw. Now as he gets fired up, Wyatt rolls to the floor for a breather. Jordan follows to the floor and runs at Wyatt, but Wyatt moves and Jordan collides hard with a barrier. Wyatt mocks Jordan and laughs at him as we go to a commercial break. Back for the break, Wyatt has Jordan down, causing him to land bad on his knee during the commercial. Wyatt focused on the knee. Wyatt dropped Jordan and hit the running senton for the 2 count. And by the way, my feed had come back in. Right after the commercial from the Enzo Amore and Drew Gulak match. Okay, back to the match. Back for the break. Jordan has him down. Wyatt has Jordan down after causing him to land bad on his knee during the commercial. Starting of the knee injury. Then Wyatt focuses on the knee. Wyatt drops Jordan and hits the running senton for a 2 count. Referee checks on Jordan. As Wyatt continues to work on the injured left knee, Wyatt then talks trash as he takes some time with Jordan. Jordan looks to try for a comeback, but his knee goes out and Wyatt keeps up the attack. Wyatt delivers a Uranage. Wyatt turns upside down in the corner again next, but Wyatt delivers a big punch to the face. Wyatt ends up going for Sister Abigail, but Jordan rolls him up for the win out of nowhere. Schoolboy roll up. We see Kurt and Stephanie backstage watching. Stephanie looks impressed as they applaud the win. But Jordan has his arm raised as the music hits. Wyatt comes over and attacks Jordan from behind. Wyatt then takes Jordan to the floor and keeps control, slamming an injured knee into the ring post. Then we cut back to Stephanie and Kurt as Stephanie stays backstage as Kurt walking away looking concerned, like a caring father. The referee checks on Jordan as a thank you Wyatt chant breaks out. They don't want him on Team Raw. Jordan sells the injury in the middle of the ring. Jordan tries to leave the ring, but his knee goes out. The referee helps Jordan up as the fans sing goodbye as Jordan limps to the back. So the Cubs segment, the Beast is here, back to commercial. Back for the break, Kurt Angle is checking on Jason, who is icing his knee. Angle doesn't think Jordan will be fine, but Jordan insists. Angle needs him at his best. Jordan says this is his big break. Jordan plays the dad card and leaves Angle looking conflicted. We go back to the ring. Out comes Universal Champion Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman. As you know, he does his normal thing. My name is Paul Heyman. I'm the advocate for Brock Lesnar. Heyman and Lesnar then hit the ring. So we see they show a clip of AJ Styles winning the WWE title from Jinder Mahal on SmackDown. Suplex City chant starts up for the crowd. Heyman's going to present the top 5 selling points on why you should be a WWE Network subscriber for Survivor Series. 1. This is the very first time in history that the Universal Champion is going up against the WWE Champion. The very first time that Brock Lesnar will step into the ring against AJ Styles. And this may be the only time they step into the ring together. Heyman says if you want to see Lesnar versus Styles, it happens this Sunday on the WWE Network. So don't miss it. Heyman says it's not a bad selling point, but he's got 4 more to do. 2. This is a very selfish selling point. As the advocate, he wants to see Lesnar versus Styles. No one knows Lesnar better than he does. Heyman goes on to praise Lesnar and says AJ presents an interesting contract in Styles, and he has the advantage of speed. 3. This selling point is interrupted as fans chant, "She said yes," because a couple just got engaged on the crowd. Heyman says she only said yes because she's never been next to a real beast. Heyman said, "You got no chance," because they proposed to interrupt his segment. Heyman goes on with selling point number 3, praising AJ and saying AJ is the ultimate opponent for Lesnar. Style is on a roll. He has more momentum than anyone besides Lesnar. Is a WWE champion that can be respected and admired. Heyman says that AJ has to now come from behind and be the ultimate underdog. Heyman goes on about how Lesnar will show he's the number 1 champion in WWE this Sunday. Then, now, and forever. Heyman says that these are the odds AJ has to overcome, which leads him to selling point number 4. If you want to see a Rocky movie come to life, look at AJ. Fans begin to chant for AJ now. Heyman goes on about how AJ is the ultimate underdog, then names his recent wins over John Cena, Shane McMahon, and Jinder Mahal. Heyman says it's the ultimate Rocky movie coming to life on Sunday, which brings him to selling point F5. This ain't no freaking Rocky movie. Heyman cuts in one final promo, like only he can, hyping Lesnar versus AJ for Sunday and how Lesnar will dominate Styles to prove that he's the top champion in WWE. The announcer then hyped Lesnar versus AJ. We see Lesnar shake the hands of a few fans sitting at ringside. Oh, he's getting some face chants. Shield to come. The Shield versus the Bar and the Miz back to commercial. Miz, Cesaro, and Sheamus versus Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. The Shield. Back from the break, WWE Intercontinental Champion and the Miz wrapping up his entrance with Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Curtis Axel supporting a neck brace. Raw Tag Team Champions, the Bar, are already out. The Miz, the music hits and out comes the Shield through the crowd, competing together for the first time in more than 3 years. Rollins starts off with Cesaro as the bell rings. They lock up and trade holds. Rollins stops a tag and tags Cesaro. Takes Cesaro down. More back and forth as they break and stare each other down. Cesaro nails Rollins and uppercuts him. Cesaro drops Rollins with his shoulder and talks some trash. They run the ropes and Rollins nails the drop kick. Ambrose tags in for a quick double team on Cesaro. Ambrose drops an elbow and covers for a 2 count. Ambrose works Cesaro over in the corner with chops. Cesaro then comes back with a chop of his own. Ambrose unloads with chops. Ambrose ends up taking Cesaro down on his face, working him over. Rollins tags back in and comes off the top with a shot to the gut. While Ambrose holds Cesaro, Rollins works over Cesaro, and in comes Ambrose for the same double team move they just did. Cesaro fights back, and in comes Sheamus. They double team Ambrose with a clothesline. Sheamus with a running boot to the face. Sheamus stomps on Ambrose now, beats him into the corner. The referee warns Sheamus. Miz tags in. It kicks Ambrose while Sheamus holds him. Miz stomps away on Ambrose in the corner now. Miz stands tall and taunts Reigns before tagging in Ambrose and stomping on Ambrose again. The Bar does their pose before double teaming Ambrose in the corner. Cesaro gets a 2 count on Ambrose. Sheamus comes off the top with the right hand and Cesaro holds Ambrose. Ambrose finally fights back on Sheamus, and then comes Rollins. They double team Sheamus, running ropes, then tag in Reigns to continue to attack. Rollins and Ambrose hitting dives on the bar at the same time. Miz tries for a stick attack on Reigns, but he changes his mind and goes to the floor. Rollins tosses Bo into the barrier. Miz stands behind Axel, who is still wearing the neck brace. Ambrose drops Axel. Miz runs away through the crowd as the Shield looks on. Rollins and Ambrose return to the ring and stand with Reigns. We go to commercial. Back from the break, Rollins almost gets pinned. Rollins gets beat up some more for a few minutes. Reigns finally gets a hot tag and unloads. Reigns ends up hitting a clothesline on Cesaro in the corner as a fast count. Reigns with more offense and a big Samoan drop to Cesaro. Reigns ready for the spear, but Miz grabs his leg for a distraction. The others got involved and leads to Cesaro dropping Reigns with an uppercut for a 2 count. Ambrose pulls Sheamus off the apron. Rollins takes Sheamus out on the floor. Reigns runs over Cesaro in the ring. As the crowd pops, Reigns ready for the spear again. Cesaro blocks him with an uppercut. More back and forth action as Reigns with a Superman punch on Cesaro, but Miz shuts him down. Match turns to chaos now as Ambrose hits 30 deeds on Miz, which leaves Miz alone in the ring with all 3 Shield members staring him down. Reigns puts him down with a spear. Ambrose and Rollins lift Miz up for the big triple power bomb, and Reigns assists, covering him for the pin and the win. After the match, Shield stand tall, and we go to replays. We come back to Shield celebrating together. We get a quick video showing what led to tonight's main event. We go backstage to Kane, standing tall with all smiles. Kane says even someone as sick as and depraved as he is can still smile. He can remember what happened to Braun Strowman with the garbage truck crushing him. Kane will show tonight that there are worse things in life. Him. Still to come, Kane vs. Strowman as we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Kurt Angle is in the ring. He says this is going to be the hardest decision he's ever made in his career. He goes on and says his son, Jason Jordan, was injured earlier, so he's forced to name a replacement. Jordan comes out with a mic and interrupts, begging, almost crying for Angle to keep him in the match so he can fight alongside his father. He goes, hell, he can't do it. Jason is injured. Jordan says he will be fine by Sunday. Angle says he needs him 100%, but Jordan insists he will be fine. Jordan says Angle was injured and he won a freaking gold medal. Jordan says he's just like Angle. He can do this. Jordan keeps begging Angle not to do this to him. As Jordan is in the ring now, Stephanie McMahon interrupts and can't believe Angle is going to fall for this. She tells Angle to make the announcement now. Acts like she's going to fire him. Angle looks worried. Music interrupts, and out comes Triple H to the ring for his return to action. As he was a surprise Shield member on a tour overseas. Angle got in the middle of the ring, facing off with Angle. Triple H says if Angle won't make the dang announcement, he will. The 5th member of Team Raw is him. Crowd pops for the game. Triple H has some words with Angle before turning to Jordan and laying Jordan out with a pedigree, all while wearing a suit. That's the news from the dirt sheets. But they didn't say a word to each other. Triple H marches out of the ring and looks back while Angle looks stunned over Jordan. As we go to commercial. But Triple H did lay Jordan out with the pedigree. Back from the break, we see what just happened with Triple H. Finn Balor versus and Samoa Joe versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson was up next. We're going to ring out first was Finn Balor. Samoa Joe was out next to be his partner, followed by Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Anderson drops Balor as the bell hits, but before they were coming into the ring, Balor and Samoa Joe were arguing who was going to start the match. And Samoa Joe pushed Finn Balor into his opponent. Well, Anderson drops Balor as the bell hits due to Balor being distracted by arguing with Joe. Balor and Joe turn it around with quick tags as they unload on Anderson near the big corner. Gallows comes in, but Joe drops him while making the save for Balor. We go to commercial, and it appears Balor and Joe may work together as a team. I was expecting Joe just to drop off the apron and leave, but he stayed in the match. Back from the break, as Balor and Joe double team Anderson in their corner. Anderson looks to turn it around on Balor, but Balor drops him with a kick from the apron. Balor goes to the top, but Anderson crotches him due to an assist from Gallows. Gallows tags in and ends up turning it around on Balor. Gallows with offense as he keeps Balor down. Gallows drops elbows for a pin attempt and tags in Anderson for some double teaming in the corner. Anderson takes Balor out of the corner and keeps him grounded. Balor tries to fight back, but Anderson drops him with a high elbow for a 2 count. Anderson keeps Balor grounded again. Balor tries to turn it around, but Anderson ends up hitting a spine buster and keeping control of it. As we go to another commercial. Back from the break, Balor finally makes a hot tag to Joe. Joe unloads on Anderson and hits an atomic drop. Then a big kick. Then Joe nails a senton on Anderson and a shot to Gallows on the apron, knocks him off. Joe keeps the offense going and tags in Balor. Balor going to the top as Joe tosses Gallows out to the floor when he runs in. Balor comes down for the top and kicks Gallows in the face from the apron. Right in front of Joe as Joe drops Anderson with a Urinati. Joe runs the ropes and nails a big dive on Gallows on the floor. Balor hits a coup de grace on Balor for the pin and the win. After the match, Balor has his arm raised, but Joe isn't sticking around to celebrate. He's heading on to the back. Balor's music hits as we go to replays. Balor poses as we go back to the announcers. Announcers plug to WWE Network and Survivor Series weekend again. Charlotte Caruso is backstage interviewing Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. Bliss knocks Charlotte Flair and Women's Champion Natalya, SmackDown Women's Champion Natalya, ahead of their title match tomorrow night. She also knocks the B Show and says she usually DVRs SmackDown, but she will be watching tomorrow night live and might show up live. Bliss goes on and says it doesn't matter who wins tomorrow night because the goddess will reign supreme at Survivor Series. Still to come segment, Kane versus Braun, back to commercial. Back for the break. And a Callisto birthday celebration is announced for 205 Live. That's tomorrow night. Kane versus Braun Strowman is your main event. We go to the ring for tonight's main event as Kane makes his way out. We see recent events leading to the match. Kane waits as Braun Strowman makes his way to the ring. They meet in the middle of the ring before the bell, and Kane decks Braun. Braun comes right back and drops Kane. Braun stomps away on Kane while he's down. Kane rolls to the floor, and Braun follows. Braun with an uppercut against the barrier. Kane finally fights back, but Braun keeps control. Braun with a big clubbing shot to the back. Kane crawls away, but Braun stalks him and works him over. Braun talks some trash about Kane putting him in the garage truck. This is my revenge on the garage truck. The match is not officially started yet. Graves points out. Kane finally sends Braun into steel steps. Kane goes under the ring and brings a table out while Braun is down. Kane with a boot to the ribs and more strikes. Kane pulls a steel chair from under the ring and nails Braun in the back with it. Kane with another chair shot to the back, but Braun is still standing. No disqualification yet from the referee. Kane grabs Braun for a choke slam, but he blocks it. But apparently there are no rules to the match. Braun drops Kane and delivers a chair shot. And then another. Braun drops a chair and works Kane over to the ring, placing him on the apron. Braun tries for a superplex, but the apron, from the apron, through the table, set on the floor, but Kane fights him off. Braun drops Kane with a headbutt back to the in the ring. Braun's coming off the ropes with a double axe handle to drop Kane. Braun then scoots Kane and nails a running power slam. They go right through the ring, and everyone is shocked. The Raw goes off the air at that point. As Kane and Braun are both under the ring now, a big hole near the corner where they went crashing through. They have not been seen since the power slam as Raw goes off the air. And that concludes my video for Raw for this week. Thanks again. Peace out. See you all. Be